It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Cajun Country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the UAB Blazers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Raging Cajuns will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Brown will throw it. That's reeled in. It's Meyer. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in the lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Brown wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
To the air on first down. He's got him. All right, guys, let's look at the situation for UAB. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So If you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The Blazers will have it 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Allen. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Blazers! And they have the first points of the game.
UAB. You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down mark. Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And the Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're
breaks into the open. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll try to run for it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Not willing to try that 55-yard field goal. They'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. A designed run for the quarterback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Brown wants to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the Blazers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
We've reached a break. It's UAB on top. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Brown will throw it. He wants to go deep. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, UAB!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with. running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. It's caught. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
It is so hard as a defender to have to stop that big fella from catching the corner route, right? He already has great size and long arms, and he can jump. So what do you do? I mean, you're not trying to create pass interference and a penalty.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to the ground game on the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Give to the back. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down.
Offense facing 4th down.
The Raging Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Brown wants to pass. Swings it out to the flat. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Blazers can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They'll ride the hot hand. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wide receiver going in motion. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Complete to the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Leaves it with the running back.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the right. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Second and 10 here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll be brought down.
really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
And the Raging Cajuns line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. This will be the... Oh, they're faking it. He unleashes a long one. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive.
Here we go, here we go. 6 remains.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Brown will throw it. He's got it on the move. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Defense wants to bring the heat. Snap it to the back. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Blazers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they hadn't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the 1st half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Under fire. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
And the Raging Cajuns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Raging Cajuns send out the punt unit. After that last fake, I think we know why he's a punter. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Sends it back in motion. Brown wants to pass. Takes the easy completion. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Goes to the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Blazers line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great.
Grabs it inside the 15. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. And the Raging Cajuns have pushed it inside the 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage that are going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The play action fake. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal?
Well, it's just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try the run. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Chucked it away just as he was hit.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Going over the top. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. The Blazers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Raging Cajuns are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Quick release by the QB. Open space at the 25. Turning on the Jets. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
They'll line up to go for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead.
UAB 24, Louisiana 6.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. He's going to run it. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Allen. Still on his feet at the 45. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Direct snap. Inside the 25. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Brown will throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Blazers. And the beatdown has ensued. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Stanford is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 18 to Georgia Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps he lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Picks up the first down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Touchdown, Louisiana. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. The coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Louisiana, 13.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
Cut your losses.
You're right. Absolutely. Slide. Don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15.
Military stun! Military stun!
Red pass, it's complete.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And the Blazers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll go with a direct snap. Breaks into the open.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. now wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Hard to think of a more impressive midseason statement than this. Winning a top-5 showdown, riding your passing game, assuming they can finish the job here.
And that's who they are. That's what they do, right? You know, this is why they're proving they're a national championship contender, because they can spin the ball through the air. Good luck stopping the ball.
Yeah, a big reason why they came into this one, the higher-ranked team, is that passing attack. The thing you got to love if you're them, though, is that it seems like they're finding their groove, and they're peaking, throwing the ball at the right time.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today.